Security and Climate Change program. And I'm here to talk about our recent commentary, Assessing Electric Transmission's Cost Allocation Dilemma. So in this commentary, we look at a series of transmission projects that are underway in the US or about to begin construction in the US. And so these are big, large-scale, high-voltage transmission projects. And we look at each one of these and ask the question, who paid for this? How did that decision come about? What was the political or regulatory structure that got that project across the finish line such that we could construct a project? And from that, we draw some conclusions about where the policy conversation, as it relates to cost allocation associated with electric transmission projects, how that policy conversation might proceed. In recent weeks, we've had 2 senators write letters to FERC on the issue of transmission and specifically focusing on transmission cost allocation policy. A senator from the Republican side, Senator Kramer, and a senator from the Democratic side, Senator Schumer. And they're both advancing sort of opposed perspectives on how we should proceed with building electric transmission in the country. And so this piece seeks to sort of identify the actual projects and how they're getting built and what the senators' perspectives mean for those projects. One big takeaway is there is no single policy at play in the United States. Each of these projects is actually being built in a slightly different way in terms of how the funding got allocated, the regulatory procedures, who's paying for it, and how those projects are actually being built in terms of which states. And so there's no one silver bullet, and there's no one policy that's going to be optimal across all different states and regions. Transmission is a major problem for the U.S. in terms of reaching our environmental goals, but also in ensuring energy security and grid reliability. In recent years, we've had a series of sort of winter storms that have driven blackouts on the bulk power system, and transmission is a central piece of the puzzle in terms of ensuring the reliability of our grid. And the problem today is that we don't really know how to build transmission at the scale, at the volume that is required to sort of achieve our national objectives. On a bipartisan basis, whether you're more focused on energy security or you're more focused on climate, regardless of your perspective on those issues, we need to build more transmission and we need policies that unlock that transmission. To read the full commentary, Assessing Electric Transmission's Cost Allocation Dilemma, please visit csis.org.